Welcome on into OGMC. That's the online gaming man cave, and I'm main man built up real nice. Today we're going to go over settings to make this game run smoothly, especially on the 30 series graphics card. Now, I highly recommend if you are running anything 3080 and less, upgrade your graphics card. This game will not run properly on anything less. Make sure your CPU and GPU drivers are updated. For example, Nvidia graphics cards just had an update. Make sure you download and update the drivers. All right, let's get into it. So to make this game run smoothly, because it is poorly optimized in my opinion, to make this game run smoothly, especially on a 3080 Ti, we're gonna first go in and we're gonna go into display. Now, key thing here is make sure your screen resolution is set to your monitor resolution. It gets kind of tricky. I scaled back down to 1920 by 1080, even though I have a 2560 by 1440, only because I have a 3080 Ti and I would like for this game to run smooth when I'm streaming and while I'm capturing clips. Now, if I had a higher graphics card, maybe a 4060, 4080, 4090, then I could go down to the 25600, 1440 and run that. But just to be on the safe side, I run it at 1920 by 1080, and I'll show you some clips shortly. You're going to go to aspect ratio. We're going to keep that automatic. Frame rate, you want it at 60, and you do not want to uncap your frame rate. I did this in my first playthrough and run through, and when I uncapped my frame rate, the game got really clunky. It was stuttering in places, and it was really choppy in a lot of areas. Now, I run a dual PC setup, which means I have one gaming PC and one streaming PC. For those that have both in just one setup, definitely make sure this is capped at 60, because if it is uncapped, your stream is going to lag, and plus this game is going to look very choppy and lag. Cutscene frame rate, make sure that's off. Background frame rate, I turn this on and put it at 15. It really doesn't have anything that's going to take away from your usage on the computer, your RAM usage. All it's going to do is going to make your background programs run a little bit smoother. So for those people that are running OBS, stream elements on the same PC as your gaming PC, you want to put this on to make those kind of run a little bit smoother while running this game. HDR output automatically enabled. Brightness, you should have did at the beginning of the game. VSync, make sure this is disabled. Nvidia reflex low latency mode, make sure this is enabled. Basically, this setting will be automatically enabled when frame rate generation is turned on under your graphics settings, but I enabled it because it helped out with my Nvidia graphics card that I have with low latency. Some people have AMD graphics card, and that's when you want to switch that up, or whatever the case is, you'll have a different option here. Let's go over to the graphics. This is where it gets tricky. For graphics settings, you want to click custom. For cutscene graphics, do not adjust separately. A lot of people like to go to highest, high, medium, low, lowest. Just to avoid anything, do not adjust separately. Upscaling, make sure you're using Nvidia DLSS if you have Nvidia graphics cards. And if you have an AMD graphics card, you then want to use AMD FSR3. Upscaling mode, this should be at balanced. And what balance does, basically strikes the balance between resolution and your frame rate. Now, if you have a stronger CPU or a stronger computer, you can go for quality and performance, but I highly suggest balance. Ray tracing needs to be off. Texture quality, this needs to be put at the highest. Now, if you're looking at this and say, how do you get high resolution textures? Well, you have to go to Steam, and there is an add-on or a DLC to this that is a high resolution texture package, which I downloaded last night. Once you download it, you'll have this option. And the great thing about this option, it does not take RAM, okay? It takes a little bit, but does not overuse your computer or deduct your frame rates. This high resolution made my game look 10 times better when I played it and after I downloaded it. I'll place that link in the bio. If you want the high resolution texture package, I highly suggest that you download it. For texture filtering quality, that's on the highest. That's fine with me. You really don't notice a difference with the others. I mean, you can go medium, you can go high, you can go the highest. It really doesn't take any of your RAM away from you or your computer usage. So I chose the highest. For mesh quality, I chose medium. Fur quality, I chose low. Let's go to the second page. Sky, low, grass enabled. Wind simulation quality, that's low. Surface quality is high. Now, if you want to get more usage back, you know, you can go to low to some of these. It's really not a big difference. So if you want to play around and you still need a little more power, or you still need a little more frame rate, and you still need a little more frames, you can switch some of these to low. Sand, like I said, you can play around with this. This can go down to medium if need be. Water effects enabled. Render distance is high. You can choose highest if you got a GPU that's really strong, or if your RAM, you got a lot of RAM you can use, or your CPU is strong too as well. I just chose high. For shadow quality, low. Shadow distance, near, works just fine. Ambient light quality, low. Contact shadows enabled. You can disable or enable those. They really don't have an effect on your RAM or your computer usage. So as you see in the top right hand corner, estimated RAM usage, what I'm using, 5.28. And like I said, this is my streaming computer, and my gaming computer is completely different. So those numbers may need to vary differently for you if you're using the same computer for stream and for this game at the same time. Ambient occlusion at medium. And then the last one, bloom, you can keep on high, really doesn't make a difference. Motion blur on, I turned that off. Vignette effect, you know, if you want it on or off, it really doesn't make a difference. Just kind of make the game lighter or darker. I kept that on. Screen space reflection, I kept that on. SSS scattering, really don't notice a difference. It's not like you get any RAM usage back either. I kept that on. Depth of field, I did turn off. The fog is on low, and the variable rate shading is off. Okay, so those are the settings that had me run this game smoothly. Check out some of the gameplay. Let me know your thoughts. If you changed anything or anything else to help you get more frames per second, let me know as well. Drop them down in the comments below. But hopefully this helps you if you got the older 3080 series, and possibly either, I don't even know if you can get away with the 3060. I highly doubt it, but I highly encourage you to update those graphics cards. I'm in the midst of upgrading mine. I think I'm going to go for the 5090. But in the meantime, this does work. It is running smoothly. It's some places that are a little janky, like the village area. But other than that, everything ran smoothly today when I streamed, and the game looked great. Here goes some clips. Let me know what you think. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and I will be around with more Monster Hunters Wilds content. Peace. You got a move right there. Focus on it. Oh, this chick about to be done. I feel it coming. Oh, you got a move right there too. On the tail. Get out of here. Give me all this stuff. Our first monster down. First.
But what about you?
Nazi, you better get up out of there.
Go on.
Wait!
Now, both of them could have got through that little hole.
Leave me!
Be strong.
Now they know both of them could have got through that little hole right there, bitch on. They know it. Nata.
Tashin!
I've been good, bitch on. Ready to get it. So I got Wulong downloaded. It's gonna be Wukong, Wulong, and Monsters Wilds. That's the rotation.
Observation log of the East-West Buffer Zone and the Eastlands beyond, commonly known as the Forbidden Lands.
Weather?
Fair.
Inclemencies?
None.
Visibility?
Dust haze present.
Welcome on in, y'all. Once again, this is OGMC. Your boy built so real nice. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We're going through Monsters Wilds. First playthrough, you can't beat Monsters Wilds. So anybody that's telling you that, they really haven't looked into Monsters Wilds. But they have a campaign version, but it's just monsters on monsters.
A number of native birds.
So I'm doing, I guess this is the campaign first before we get into some hunts.
All standard readings, sir.
Yes.
Other anomalies? Other anomalies?
Down there. Someone's in trouble. Set us down along the desert perimeter.
Not to down there. Look at that.
It can't be.
Aim at Libyan monster? Okay. Oh, R2. Read. They can aim at the bird that's flying over here.
Hang on.
Get up out of there. It's gonna be a long game, y'all.
Get out of here.
Yes, sir. Okay, L2, R2. Round the block. Where y'all at? Got down. Too small right now. Watch out, my boy. Got you. Got you. I ain't got no more. I ain't got no more. I'm all out.
I bet we can bring those rocks down.
Well, look how he look, y'all. Look just like me. Straight off the film. It's like my own movie. The long sword. He got a wound open. Focus on the wound. By the way. Good hit. Oh, let him fight. Oh. Mooka. Let him fight, Mooka.